Hey, my name is Jared. You're watching Backroad Exploration. Today we're out on a overnight trip. I'm out with my kids and we are just enjoying the beautiful Uinta Mountains. It is October, it's cold, but it is nice to have a few luxuries with us out while we're on our adventures. Over the past couple of months, I have been testing this Camplux Nano 3pro portable hot water heater. When I was reached out to test this out, my main thought was, one of the things that we have been looking for is when we've got a rooftop tent, the kids get so dusty. I want to have something we could rinse the kids' feet off before we get up into bed, or if we're out on a multi-day adventure, have the ability to take a shower. And then one of the last things that I absolutely hate when I'm out on my adventures when it's in the winter or the late fall, like right now, man, cleaning dishes, your hands get frozen. And so when I was asked if I wanted to test this out, I said, yeah, I want to give it a try. Now, I have been testing this for the past couple of months, and my very first time using it, I ran into an issue where it was telling me that I didn't have propane hooked up to it. There wasn't enough pressure in the propane, but it was a brand new propane tank. So kind of fiddled with it, got a little bit frustrated, ended up, kind of bagging that as a video as a part of that first test, and I wanted to reach out to them and make sure there weren't any issues that I was doing. So after some discussions with them, sounds like on occasion they need to be primed a little bit. So if I would have taken the propane tank off a couple times and put it back on, then that would have solved the issue. Since I have done that, I've had no issues with that same propane pressure air, and it's worked great. But before I signed off and said, hey, I'm happy with this thing, I wanted to get back at elevation because I've tested it in the garage a few times and it was fine, but the time it wasn't working for me, I was at elevation. I wanted to make sure that temperature and elevation weren't causing any issues. That was in the summer. We're in October now. It's higher elevation than before, definitely cooler temperatures than before, and it's working really well. So I kind of want to give you an idea of what this looks like, the setup and everything like that. So it comes with everything that you need. It's going to come with two hoses. So it's going to come with your blue hose, which is your cold water hose. The end of that hose, you have a pump. This pump can be dropped into your water source. For us with the trailer, we usually have 8 to 10 gallons with us at minimum. I actually went and dipped down into a local little lake into this bucket here just so that I had some water right here for this. Working on some recycling of that water for testing purposes. But it comes with your hot water line. Both of these are really easy to hook up. So they just have your quick release and clip-on valves, which is really nice. You have two power cords. One connects and runs the power on the heater. The other one goes onto your pump. So just keep that in mind. It does have a built-in battery bank. So if you have charged this, you don't have to have a portable power station. We do have a portable power station, so I'm not using the built-in battery. Right now I'm just using this small little Jackery 300 because it's nice and compact. I can move it easily to different places. It comes also with a shower nozzle head. It comes with 3 different settings, basically small, medium, and large flow, which is nice. These are decently long, so you don't necessarily have to be standing right next to the, the heater. And then on the back, it has its own regulator for the propane. So with all of that, the operation of this thing is really simple. You turn it on, it's going to tell you the current temperature of the water that's coming in through the inlet, and then it's going to tell you once it's on the outlet. So you hit the pump button, you can hear the pump kick on down there, and then as soon as you start letting the water flow, then it's going to start heating the water. You'll hear the clicking like as if you had a gas stove or something like that. That's it just doing its self-ignition. So I'm going to give it a little test here for you so you can see how it works. After a couple seconds, I heard it just click on, and as you watch this, you can see the temperature of the water increase. So right now I'm at 93, 95, 97, and there's this nice gauge on the front that allows you to adjust that temperature. So if you want to get it really warm for a shower in cool weather like right now, that's a good option for you. Like I said, the nozzle has a couple different streams that you can test, so has decent pressure. You can definitely take a nice shower with this, certainly better than just like a bucket shower or something like that. And if you have an unlimited water source, that shower can be as long as you want or as long as you have propane to run the system. So it's really nice. I was excited about this because one of the things that my wife hates is she just hates having her feet all gross and dusty at night before going to bed. So usually we're using a bunch of wipes, wipe those down. Having something like this to just rinse off your feet on a multi-day trip, or if you're a person that has to shower every night, but if it's on a multi-day trip, if you want to have the ability to shower off, man, this is a really nice creature comfort. Now, in off-roading, camping, overlanding, you can buy basically an unlimited amount of gear, and sometimes people can get a little overwhelmed with it. For us, before we had a trailer, I wouldn't have had enough space for something like this. But one of the reasons that we wanted to get a trailer was we had another child, which means we needed to use our third row, which means we lost that cargo space, and we needed more cargo room. I also wanted to get bins off of the roof of our vehicle, which take a long time to get up there, strap down, and things like that. So we started looking for an off-road trailer. I didn't want a big camper that's just too big, too expensive, but I wanted something that we could fit a little bit more gear in, bring a few extra creature comforts, and man, am I excited about this. It's really fairly compact, as you can see. This is not that big. If you're camping with a truck or an SUV and it's only you and one other person, you can definitely find space for this. If you're with a family, you're gonna need a full-size truck or some type of an RV or a camper like what we have. Ours is just a small off-road trailer, nothing fancy going on there, but we do have enough cargo space to be able to bring a luxury like this, which is really cool. So when not in use, the flame will kick off, and then if you want it to get back going again, you start pumping and it will recycle the process. You'll hear it click again, and then hot water will begin to flow and it'll start heating up. So right now the water, you can probably see a little bit of steam coming off. Right now the water's 110 degrees, which, man, that feels really nice. It's probably 55 or 60 outside right now. So not super cool, but we're also in the warmest part of the day. Setup is really easy. We just keep this bag that keeps all of the hoses in it and things like that. And then you can plug it in, and within a couple of minutes you're up and running. So obviously the main thing that I want to use this for long term, when we're on long-term adventures, being able to shower off. So, man, right now it's a warm summer day, so we've been warm and sweaty, so I don't really care as much about having a bunch of heat, but it does feel nice to be able to do that. And you can see there's pretty dang decent water pressure. Like, that ain't bad. You know, it's not quite as good as washing your feet off here at the beach, different things like that. Man, nice easy way to freshen up when you're out on an adventure. The other thing that's important to me, we have little kids. One of them's laying in the dirt right now out of camera. They're so dusty and gross. Being able to just hose them off, get them nice and clean for one of these, before we go and have them climb up into the rooftop tent with us and get into all of their sleeping gear, is going to be really nice. So I've had this for a couple of months. It's been out on several adventures with me. I like it. Like I mentioned, this is not something that is like a must-have. This is definitely a nice creature comfort. And one of the things that I've found is, if you go back and watch my channel, you recognize I camp a lot. And I found that the more comfortable I can make that experience, the less fatigue that we feel, and the more likely I am to keep going as frequently as I want to go. Sometimes when you're out, you're going to run into, bad weather, bad conditions, and being able to have just a few creature comforts to kind of help you through those is going to be really nice. If you want to check these things out, you can look at the link in my description. They're offering a discount right now. You can pick one of these up using that discount. If you want to see me review other products, want to follow along our adventures as we explore the remote areas in Utah, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.